So I have an update on the 16 children that were found in the home in Hampden, Ohio in deplorable conditions. Y'all, it's even worse than we thought. According to authorities, the smell was just absolutely rampant. The children were kept in a 12-foot by 12-foot room. That's where they spent most of their time, in that room. And most of them showed signs of developmental delays. The 18-year-old could not even spell her name. Y'all, let's talk about it. So earlier today, I didn't have the mugshots of these people that are responsible for this horrific, absolutely despicable and disturbing incident. Up at the top, we have 73-year-old Gary Siders Sr. Down below is 36-year-old Gary Siders Jr. And then up top again is 33-year-old Elizabeth Siders. And then down below is 67-year-old Christina Siders. According to officials, this is the grandparents and the mother and father of the children. Again, it was 16 children ranging in ages from 1.5 to 18 years old. So I guess they started having children when she was like 16 and he was 18. So this all started with the Ohio Bureau of Investigations and the local sheriff's department serving a search warrant at the home unrelated to the children. According to officials, when they got there for that search warrant, it immediately turned into a rescue mission once they saw the condition of the children. Again, they were keeping these 16 children in a 12-foot by 12-foot room. There was feces, old food. The house was completely hoarded out. It smelled absolutely horrific. According to officials, they don't even understand how people could be in there. Animal waste. You know, there were animals involved, of course. And it just was a horrible situation. Y'all, the condition of their house was so bad that they were worried about the safety of the deputies and wondering should they get hazmat suits to go in there. Y'all, it's terrible. The children were absolutely filthy, and some of them showed developmental delays. Some of them couldn't speak, and like I said, the 18-year-old couldn't even spell her own name. There's no records of these children ever being in school. They lived around Wisconsin at some point and a lot of counties in Ohio, but believed to have been in Hampden for about 4 years. So all of the children were taken to local hospitals. 2 of the children had to be life flighted to trauma centers, and 1 of the children had to be intubated. All of the children are now in the custody of Department of Children and Family Services. Now, as for the deplorables that were arraigned today, they pled not guilty to 16 counts of felony child endangerment charges, and they each received a $300,000 bond. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Y'all put your thoughts. It's Double D Mother for the Black.
This man just unalived his wife and daughter because he was getting criticized. This is a daughter and a wife, and rest in peace to these women. It's really sad. Oh my God, this shit's not even surprising. Is this gonna get any media coverage? Probably not, because it doesn't fit the narrative.
All right, Shalom. This was...
So apparently, an Arkansas State trooper had to resign after his wife, who is currently filed for divorce against him based on the fact that he's a white supremacist, also filed for full custody of their children, saying that the children being in his presence are essentially a danger to the children and not in their best interest. In support of her claim, she attached to the complaint, it's a new complaint, where there are at least 30 screenshots between him and her, where he uses slurs aimed at Hispanics, Blacks, Muslims, and the LGBTQ communities. Apparently, some of the text messages compares Black people to gorillas and monkeys. He's also called for the Muslim holiday of Ramadan to be banned in Arkansas in these text messages. He has sent hate speech memes and pictures of himself posing with a suspect who was arrested while he was working as a trooper, referring to the suspect using Hispanic slurs. So there's actually a trophy pic.
You know, and that's just Esau Edom. You know?
Of him and some other troopers. I want these troopers named too because they're also in it.
Yeah, so it's a whole clan of them. You know? Other troopers than anything. Force, which I wouldn't doubt it at all. You know?
Of a Hispanic man in cuffs on the ground. They're kneeling around him, holding him up while he's cuffed. And it's entitled, "This is the Better Trophy Pick." Court documents filed by Kennedy's attorney claim that after the wife followed through with her threats, defendant had to resign from his employment, leaving the parties and the minor children without health insurance coverage. In response to the white supremacist claims, the defendant makes no excuse for those statements. They were entirely improper. This is his attorney speaking. Do not reflect the defendant's values today, and the defendant is profoundly ashamed of them. However, context matters regarding the current litigation. These communications date back several months, well before the divorce case was ever contemplated or filed. Wonder how this is going to turn out.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH Hashem, YAHAWASHI Hashem Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim Wakwathim who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as the speckled bird that may look like the other nations but are actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, it's going to be on this. It's going to be a little bit on multiple different things. So first things first, the cruelty of Esau, where I'm assuming, it's like, let me correct myself because I had heard one specific thing. All right. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, correct me in the thing, but I know for a fact I heard this. What happened is, there was this one woman. She was basically sleeping with these dudes and stuff like this. Edomite woman, Edomite man, and stuff like that. I think they were all Edomites. They at least they looked like it. And what happened was the woman, she was having kids. She had kids, like they were her kids, like the men that she slept with. I think it was two men. The men that she slept with, she had kids with them, and they pumped out kids and stuff like that. And then what happened was, with those same kids, the men would abuse them. It would be more than just physical stuff like that. It would be the other thing, which is I can't say it. But that was basically the thing that happened. And I think that this is that exact same story, or I could be wrong, and I could be referencing an entirely different story altogether. But I did hear about this similarly done thing where they were kept for a long ass time. The kids were kept in a cage for a long ass time, no freedom, nothing. All right. So as a result of that, it clearly, like, these it's just slocky. I am kind of at a loss for words, because obviously, like, it's bad. It is bad. Obviously it's bad. But to do the thing that makes it, like, even more crazy to me is that they are doing that to their own flesh and blood. Like, that is even worse. And it's just like, why? Like, how? Why? I genuinely do not understand how people are capable of doing it. It's just like it's baffling to me, genuinely, because I cannot fathom, like, why or how this goes through someone's mind. Oh yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna plan it all out. We got all this stuff ready, X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. Like, how? Genuinely, how? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say. It's just crazy to me. All right. Anyway, with that being said, the thing about this is that they were just so evil and cruel that the kids, they don't even know, they can't even use their brain to think. They don't know their own name. They can't spell their own, like, all that shit. Like, that's insane. That's just insane to me. But of course, as I've done so in the past, I'm going to show you Hebrews 12 verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel meat sold his birthright. Which this is the thing here, where Esau. I was about to say something really fucked up, but like, you get the point. Just Esau, he just does not have any sense of morals. Like, morals just do not exist to him. It's just like, oh, well, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, and then, oh, who's gonna stop me? And it's just vile, evil wickedness that just occupies his mind. Like, he can't fathom, doing the right thing. He always has to see, oh, how can I make this even worse? How do I go to the next level of evil and wickedness? All right, and that's basically the thing, that always trying to outdo himself in terms of evil and wickedness. Over here we have Mark chapter 4 verse 22. For there is nothing hidden which shall not be manifested, let me start over. Mark chapter 4 verse 22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret but that it should come abroad. Basically, nothing that Esau hides is going to stay a secret. The Lord's going to expose this devil, and this is what we're seeing. This is like some planned ass evil vileness. All right, and even then, taking it a step further, a lot of the whole Epstein stuff, like, that was something that people didn't really know about. They didn't understand, but that was going on for a long time. Apparently, that was going on for a long time. All right, a lot of these people, a lot of these celebrities and stuff like that were involved with it. They had the whole Epstein Island list and stuff like that, where it's just like no one was keeping track. No one knew about this. It was all done behind closed doors. And then, like, okay, well, yeah, like, this is just how. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Let me get that. It was over here, Sirach. No, I think is it Sirach 10? Oh, yes, it is Sirach 10. Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And the people take up after their ruler. So they're copying their leader. They're copying, Esau, Edom. All the Edomites are copying not, I won't say all right, but a lot, maybe more than we know. There's no real number about it, but definitely a lot of them. I don't know, I can't say like 50%. I'm not going to say that, but a lot of them are copying that, and we keep on hearing more and more. And guess what? Even with all that stuff that we hear, guess what? Jake is the problem. Jake is evil. Jake is wicked, and so like that. The narrative is always us being the bad guys. Anyway, continuing on, Proverbs 4 verse 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some default. And the thing here is that Esau has a predisposition to evil, where, again, like, you never know how evil, how far he'll take it, but you'll definitely know that he is definitely trying to take it someplace far, and he's doing something about it. All right, we see there is some evil, there's some wickedness, there's something disgustingly vile that Esau is planning. All right, and apparently one of the things that they mentioned was animals were involved as well. Like, damn, it's just like, I don't know. And I'm not gonna say what happened, because I don't know what happened. I meant to say I'm not gonna make any assumptions, but we know how Esau's track record, because I remember hearing this one. Well, I'll just stop at that, because I don't want to keep on spreading stuff that I didn't want to fucking hear about myself. Anyway, continuing on, let's go Ezekiel 35 verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Basically, the thing here is that Esau hates us so much, and that's why you get stuff like this. There was that one that cop or whatever that hates Jake so much, and his wife said, okay, well, he's a white supremacist, this and the third word. You know, I'm not gonna lie, just like this is also a part of the biblical prophecy where YAHAWAH is, well, the first things first, the Israelite woman has been against the Israelite men, and this has been a major thing, a very big thing. So as a result of that, what happens is that now Esau is going to face that. Now Esau's women are going to go against him. Now Esau has to deal with, okay, well, we're not doing that, but yet still he makes it a thing, like a principle or a policy or whatever for him to just absolutely hate us. And you know, it's just like it's just ingrained in his mind that, oh, I despise Jake and all this stuff like that. Like, this is what's going on, where like he it's kind of like, I honestly think that a lot of these devils, they intentionally go, well, they do, yeah, they go in these roles like the police officer in order to specifically abuse their power and to attack Jake. So this is why we got stuff like this. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay, so Yahawadah is slowly translating these curses from us unto our enemies. And guess what? As we read Ezekiel 35 verse 5, Esau has had a perpetual hatred towards us. So as a result of Esau's perpetual hatred, now the people that hate us, they're going to have to face the curses instead of us. Okay, we're facing it, and now we're facing it now, but you know, very soon it's going to go on to our enemies. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my Lord, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Basically, the thing here is that you know, a lot of women were so-called black women, more specifically, well, that I know of. I'm not going to say I know anything about Hispanics and Native Americans, but so-called black women, one thing is that, you know, child support and stuff like that, and how if a woman calls the cops on a man, you know, that man is more than likely going to get arrested. But the thing about this, something to take note of, is that yes, this was something that is an issue with so-called black men, black women, but it is also a thing with white men and white women as well. And again, like this has been a common thing where, you know, the white women have been kind of been more so inclined to go against their white partners and stuff like that. So as a result of that, it's just like, this is just a part of the curses, and Yahawadah is making it more and more apparent as the time progresses. So with that, praise this was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Yahawashi, Shem, Kwak, Double honor to the elders and apostles, great most, and the Shalom.